So how did December look for the Ocala-Marion County real estate market? Well, the numbers are out, so let's just dive right in and see what they have to say. Welcome back. I'm Stephanie Frost, and I'm a real estate agent in Ocala, Florida. I'm here every week to talk about all things real estate in the Ocala and Marion County area. Okay, so the holidays are over and the end of the year is behind us, and here we are in January of 2022. Time flies, doesn't it? Way too fast. Anyway, let's just take a look at what the Marion County real estate market did in December. And look, I know that market reports can be a little bit dry, so bear with me. Because as dry as the numbers can be, they actually tell us a whole lot about the market trends and what's likely to happen in the future. And especially right now, when so many people are worried about home prices rising and the possibility of another bubble bursting, knowledge is power. So here we go. We had 610 new listings of single-family homes or villas in December, which was down 11.1% from November when we had 686. But we typically see fewer listings in December anyway due to the holidays, so that's not really surprising. The important thing to note is that we were up year over year, because last year in December we only had 587 new listings of single-family homes, so that's an increase of 3.9%. Now, pending sales of single-family homes pretty much followed the same pattern, with 774 new pendings in December. That was down 3% from November when we had 798, but again, we were up from December of 2020 when we had 705. So we're showing a year-over-year pending sale increase of 9.8%, which is good. Now, closings. We had 762 closed sales this December, which was actually up slightly from November when we only had 741. But we were down just a tad from December of 2020 when we had 779 closed sales. Homes also went under contract faster than they did last December, with an average of 10 days on market for this December versus 17 days in December of 2020. Days on market showed a slight increase from November, though, when they only lasted an average of 8 days before going under contract. But again, that whole holiday thing, so we kind of expected that. Now, the average selling price for a home in December was $324,968, which was up from November's average selling price of $290,448, and it was up substantially from December of 2020. The average selling price of a home in December 2020 was $240,816. So this year's numbers reflect an increase of a whopping 34.9%, which probably isn't news to anybody. Home prices have just skyrocketed this year. Which brings us to the year as a whole. We saw a total of 10,863 new listings hit the market in 2021 and 10,368 closed sales during the year. Both of those were up from 2020. Big surprise there, right? We were also up 11.3% for new listings and up 20% on closed sales from 2020. So now that I've given you all the figures, you're probably getting dizzy trying to figure out what they all mean, other than the fact that it looks like the Marion County market is still pretty darn strong, which it is. Well, basically, all those figures are telling us is that we're still in a strong seller's market, and that isn't likely to change anytime soon. In Marion County, we typically see a steady climb in the home closings from January through March or April. So unless we see a dramatic increase in new listings to offset current demand, home prices are probably going to stay high with some stiff competition for whatever listings are available. Pretty much the same thing that we've been seeing for the last many months. Even with rising rates, the predicted rates are so historically low, it probably won't slow down demand in any really significant way anytime soon. Although it may slow things down to a more reasonable rate of increase than the nearly 35% year-over-year increase that we saw last year. And we can't count on new construction to bolster supply much either, because due to labor and supply shortages, a whole lot of builders are having trouble getting much in the way of inventory to market. Currently, it's taking 2 to 4 months just to get permits approved for new building, and then 6 to 8 months after that to get the home built and ready for occupancy. So don't look to new construction to ease the pain of low inventory. So overall, my best advice, based on what I'm seeing here, is if you're planning to buy, don't plan on waiting for the market to crash, unless you plan on waiting for a while. And if you plan on selling, quit overthinking it. Take advantage of this market and get your home listed. And regardless of whether you're planning to buy or planning to sell, I'm happy to help with whatever your real estate needs are. Free advice, a shoulder to cry on, getting your home sold, or finding one for you to buy, whatever it is. Just get in touch and let's see how we can work together to get the best outcome for whatever your particular situation is. And until next time, take care and remember to like and subscribe because I do this every week and you don't want to miss anything.